Hello friends, today we discuss combustion equipment for steam boilers. I am Dr. Tarun Gupta, Associate Professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering, GL Bajaj, Greater Noida. Friends, our entire discussion is based on the book of Power Plant written by Dr. R.K. Rajput. This is the syllabus which is prescribed by our university, AKTU Lucknow. We will discuss combustion equipment. Friends, combustion equipment means the equipment which are used for combustion purpose in the furnace itself. The general aspect of the combustion equipments are, combustion equipment is a component of the steam generator, or you can say boiler, and always source of heat in the combustion is a fuel in any form. It may be in solid form, it may be in liquid form, it may be in gaseous form, right? So it is necessary to receive fuel, and air must be mixed in proper proportion as per requirement, ignite and supply the heat for generating the steam, right? Fluid fuels are handled by burners. Solid fuels are burned by stokers. In boiler power plant, hand firing on grate is practically unheard, right? You can say there is no manual handling of fuel except in very small power plants. I told you fuel may be any solid, liquid, gas, or you can say fuel may be coal, oil, gas, right? The fuel are mainly bituminous coal, fuel oil or furnace oil, or natural gas, depending on our importance and availability of the fuel. All are composed of hydrocarbons, and coal has as well as much fixed carbon and little sulfur. To burn these fuel to the desired end products, carbon dioxide and water requires air in sufficient portion, a very good mixing of air and fuel, a turbulence, or you can say relative motion between fuel and air particles, right? You can say rate of firing of fuel for variable load. If we discuss about the basic requirement, you can say the basic requirements of a good combustion system is thorough mixing of fuel and air. You can say very good mixing of air and fuel, optimum air fuel ratio required to complete combustion, maintain our full load range. Our combustion equipment must be ready and accurate response and fast response to load demand. Continuous and reliable ignition of the fuel. Practically distillation of volatile component of the coal, and very good control over point of formation, holding, accumulation and discharging of the solid residue of the fuel, that is known as ash component in the fuel, or in the in case of coal, right? Though I told you we can use coal or gas or oil as a fuel, so here we are discussing about the some points about the gas. Natural gas is used as boiler fuel in gas well areas or regions, as gas is very cheap. Friends, if gas is available in large quantities, very cheap, you can take an example that we are using CNG in our automobile vehicles. So the running of vehicle on CNG is very cheap as compared to running the vehicle on petrol or diesel. So if gas is available in large quantity, we can use gas. Gas is very clean and convenient fuel. It does not create any pollution. It does not, gas cannot be stored in tank in large quantity as oil, but continuous supply of gas is required. When there is no gas supply, we can use naphtha, which is very costly. That also, whenever you are using gas, there is no solid residue, right? So cleanliness and convenience is the other point, other criteria of selection for the gas, right? But transportation cost add price to the delivery. The transportation cost add to the price to the power generation. So there are various, you can say, selection criteria for combustion equipment of solid fuel. We can consider initial cost, how much cost we want to expend, or how much amount of money we have in our hand. So initial cost of the equipment. Second one is sufficient combustion space and its ability to withstand high flame temperature. Next one is area of grate. Grate is the place where fuel actual burn. Operating cost, minimum smoke generation, flexibility of operations, thorough mixing of air with fuel, and variation in demand. So how fast you can respond to the your demand, variation in the demand. If we are talking about burning of the coal, there are two methods are used for burning of the coal. One is stoker firing, other is pulverized firing. Friends, in case of stoker firing, the size of the coal is large. It can be up to 30 mm size. But in case of pulverized firing, the coal is grind in the powder form. The selection of methods depend on following factors. The most important is characteristics of coal available, means whether coal is high moisture content, high ash content, or coal is having high calorific value. We can say which type of coal, of which grade of the coal we are having, whether we have anthracite, bituminous, peat, lignite, or in between form like semi-anthracite, semi-bituminous, semi-peat, semi-lignite, etc. What is the capacity of the boiler unit? How much variation or fluctuation in the load? What is station load factor? And reliability and efficiency of the various types of combustion equipment available. Now, if we are talking about stoker firing, a stoker is a power operated fuel feeding mechanism and grate. स्टोकर्स के बारे में फ्रेंड्स हम लोग नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे. स्टोकर्स होते क्या हैं, कैसे वर्क करते हैं, इनका डायग्राम क्या है, इस अलग अलग स्टोकर्स की क्या एडवांटेज है, क्या डिसएडवांटेज, दोज वी विल डिस्कस इन आवर कमिंग लेक्चर्स. Right here you must know only what are the advantage of overall stoker firing. I told you in case of stoker firing, we are burning the coal of having size up to 30 mm, right? So there are few advantages of using stoker firing. We can say any grade of the fuel, especially we are talking about low grade of the fuel which is available in large quantity in India. So any grade of the coal or cheaper grade of the fuel can be burned easily. A higher efficiency can be attained. Greater flexibility of operation can be assured. You can say there is a more flexibility whenever you are using stoker firing, right? Less smoke produced. Generally, you can say less space is required. It can be used for any type of boiler unit, whether it is small or medium size or large size boiler unit. It is very reliable and required very less maintenance. Also, the maintenance cost is very less. friends, you must remember all the three types of cost. We are having three types of cost: initial cost, operating cost, and maintenance cost. Right. So here we are discussing about the maintenance cost. That maintenance is less, so maintenance cost is also very less. Right. Practically immune from explosion means there are very less chance of explosion. Less auxiliary plants are required because you are not grinding the coal in powder form, so you require very less auxiliary plants, or I can say less investment is required, initial investment is required. If we are saying as compared to pulverized fuel plant, so as compared to pulverized fuel plant you require less investment, right? Some reserve is gained by the large amount of coal stored on the grate in the event of coal handling plant failure. Friends, as we are using stoker firing, so some of the coal is stored on the grate and it can work for 1 or 2 hours. So if there is a sudden failure of the supply for small time, so we can take care for that. If we are discussing about the disadvantage of stoker firing, see, the first and most important disadvantage is construction is complicated. It is not easy to make the furnace using stoker firing, so construction is complicated, and whenever there is a complicated construction, always cost will increase. Especially if we are saying about the for very large unit, so cost initial cost, or you can say investment, is very high as compared to pulverized fuel firing system, right? There is always a certain amount of loss of the coal in the form of riddling through the grate. There is always a certain amount of the coal loss, right? Now, if there is a sudden variation in the demand, steam demand, then you cannot meet immediately if there is sudden variation in the demand, right? So friends, we were discussing disadvantage of stoker firing. देखिए, स्टोकर फायरिंग का जो सबसे बड़ा और सबसे पहला डिसएडवांटेज है वो तो है कि इसकी कंस्ट्रक्शन जो है दैट इज इट इज़ वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, इट इज़ नॉट इजी. So whenever you are having a complicated construction, always there is an increment in the price. So we can say for a very large unit, the initial cost may be higher than even pulverized coal firing fuel. So you must remember this. Next one is कि always there is a certain amount of loss of coal in the form of riddling through grate. You cannot save that fuel, so always there is a loss of the fuel. Next disadvantage is if there is a sudden variation in the steam generation demand, so you cannot meet the sudden variation in the steam demand because always there is a large quantity of the fuel available on the grate. I told you that grate is working as a temporary storage for 1 or 2 hour fuel. Large amount of the fuel is available, so sudden variation in the demand you cannot meet, right? Troubles due to slagging and clinkering of combustion chamber wall are always there. Means clinker problem को आप दूर नहीं कर सकते हैं. Here always there is a clinker problem, so you have to face the clinker problem, and sometimes you have to use the clinker breaker also. Banking and standby losses are always present. So again, heat losses are there. Structural arrangement are not so simple, and surrounding floors have to be designed for heavy loading. This is another point, that structural arrangement are not so simple. I told you as there is a complication, so always increasing the cost. And surrounding floor area must be designed for heavy loading because here we are supplying the fuel and grate is working as a temporary storage for 1 or 2 hour fuel, right? And if you have remember, I told you for a 440 megawatt plant, approximately 7,200 coals per day is required. Means in 24 hours, the fuel coal requirement is 7,200. So you can say per hour 300 ton. So if grate is for 1 or 2 hour temporary storage, so means 300 to 600 ton of the coal is always available on the grate, and in the surrounding area there is a large storage of the fuel. So surrounding floors must be designed for heavy loading. There is excessive wear of moving part due to abrasive action of the coal and hot abrasive ash. So whenever you supply the coal, there is a abrasive action. Whenever you are removing the ash, hot ash, it is also abrasive nature. So there is excessive wear. So you have to take care about this also. Now, if I am talking about the classification of stoker firing, see, all the stoker firing can be divided into two parts: overfeed stoker and underfeed stoker. See, whenever we are saying overfeed or underfeed, it means it tell us the relative position of the fuel admitting over the air. Means this is the relative position of the admission of the fuel with respect to air. So as we are saying overfeed stoker, in case of overfeed stoker, fuel is feed into the grate above the point of admission of air. While in underfeed stokers, fuel or you can say coal is admitted in the furnace below the point of air admission. इससे आप लोग ध्यान रखें. So here I have draw a line diagram. You can see that there is a stoker firing. You can see stoker firing. Stoker firing can be divided into two parts: overfeed stoker and underfeed stoker. I have already discussed overfeed stoker and underfeed stoker definition. The detail of these stokers will be discussed in next lecture. Overfeed stoker can be of two types: spreader stoker and traveling grate stokers. We will discuss all these in next lecture. And traveling grate stoker further can be classified into two: chain grate type stoker and bar grate type stoker. Here underfeed stoker can be of two types: single retort stoker and multiple retort stoker. So friends, all these stokers firing and detail of these stoker firing will be discussed in next lecture. So I think this is sufficient for today. So thank you friends, thank you for listening.